All right, we're here. We got the U-Haul loaded up. We're off to Great Bend, PA. We got about a 3-hour drive ahead of us. See you when we get there. She's loaded. We're going home. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Matt, and this is my Gen 1 CTS-V. Tonight I'd like to do a little intro, tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about that car, and what I intend this YouTube channel to be. So you can ignore the crickets outside. It is 10 o'clock at night, so they're making noises out there. My intention is to really just track and have a log of my build process for this car. A lot of big ideas, a lot of big intentions for it, but who knows where it'll go and what it'll be. I've had it for just about a week and a half now. I got it out of New York State from Pennsylvania, and I was looking for a while for one of these. Came across a lot of them that were just really beat, high mileage, still asking a ton of money for. Came across this one. It was a great deal, and it's only got 70,000 miles on it, so I picked it up, like I said, about a week and a half ago. It was wrecked a few years ago. It was repaired. It's got a rebuilt title. And everybody's kind of afraid of them, but for something that we're going to work on, race, I'm okay with that. I'll throw up a picture of what it looked like when it was wrecked. It really wasn't bad. It was that fender, the bumper, and the hood and headlight. In the picture, like I said, I'll put up, you can see there's really wasn't even any damage to the wheel, control arms, anything like that. So it looked like it was a pretty high, soft hit. There was a little ding in the unibody up there behind the fender that got pulled back out. It really wasn't bad at all. So anyway, you'll see that in the picture that I just had up. Right now, as it sits, the car is mostly stock. Stock internals, as far as I can tell. Obviously, I don't know the entire history of the car, but from what I can tell, it's a stock LS2. This is an 07, so it comes with the 6 liter of the LS2 with a T56 transmission. As of right now, the only thing done to the car, there's an intake on it that came on it. There's an X pipe, and there's a exhaust past that out the back. And I'll try to throw up a cold start here so you can hear that. That's been my daily driver for the last 2 years. And I'll do probably a video on all of the vehicles that we have here, my wife and I have. But that's got minor things done to it. It's leveled. It's got a nice set of wheels. It's tinted. That's about it. It's a 2008 Sierra Denali. But that's been my daily driver for the last, I guess about 2 years. But that's gonna retire for now as my daily, and that's gonna be the work truck. It does a lot of work normally, but now it's gonna be pretty much dedicated to that. And wintertime, when it's actually snowing, I plan on driving this thing all year round, unless there actually is bad weather, which it does get pretty bad here in South Central Pennsylvania every once in a while. And then, like I said, there's not, maybe it won't be a ton of content on that, but I'll at least do a walk around intro and try to go over a list of anything that already is done to it that I've done over the last few years. My main focus on this channel really is going to be the build process of this car. It's not necessarily going to happen overnight, but I do have some plans for it. I actually ordered some parts already, so we actually have if anybody knows anything about these cars, the rear end in this car is not the greatest. They're also known for really bad wheel hop, and that's what actually causes the rear end to grenade. So I ordered the brace for the rear for this. That should be here in, I don't know, a week or two, I guess. It says it takes about an hour to put on. I'll film that. Not necessarily a complete how-to, but I'll try to do a time lapse or something, just at least showing it going on, and how it goes. I think I said it's basically, I think they say it takes about an hour, but we'll see. And what that does is actually helps maintain the wheel hop and keeps the diff from twisting and breaking. Yeah, it's called the trailing, it's the bigger one. They have a couple options for these. It's the one that does kind of everything. It's called a trailing arm brace. It goes from subframe to subframe and holds the diff in the middle. So it's supposed to do both reduce wheel hop and keep it from twisting. Anyway, that's enough about that. You'll see more about that in the video about that. The other thing I have on order right now is the Hurst shifter for this. Hurst doesn't actually make a direct one for this. You have to get one that's slightly modified, and there's actually a guy that's on a lot of the Gen 1 forums and really just the LS forums that actually does them for these Gen 1s. He has to make a couple pieces, and he upgrades the bushings, and then sends you the whole kit right to your door. So that's pretty convenient. I'll have that content for that coming up, probably the whole install, and I'd like to maybe do like a before and after. The stock shifter in these, if anybody has one out there, it's very sloppy, so this should tighten it up a lot. Those are my first foremost mods, we'll say. Technically I've already done two. Let's see, I'll show you actually. The ugly caddy engine cover was gone. That was the first mod. We'll say mod in it because I hate it and it's ugly. I'll probably order eventually or try to find a set of the LS2 Corvette covers to put in there because it'll look a lot better and clean up the engine bay. And then I did the wheels. They're plasti dipped right now. It's like 4 coats of plasti dip and then 3 coats of glossifier. Looks like that. So that way they're not flat. They're more like a satin semi-gloss. That's most likely temporary. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen in the wheel department. These are actually, if you don't know, 6 lug wheel tire car wheels. So they're not something you can just kind of go on the marketplace and find a wheel that's going to fit this car. Most of them are custom made. They are around, but they're hard to find and they're relatively expensive. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen in that department. I do like the look of the black on this kind of dark gray color. It looks really good. I'll put up a picture here because we're in the garage and it's dark. I'll put up a picture of what it looks like in the daylight. I think it looks pretty clean. Definitely a lot better than the stock color. But like I said, the plasti dip is most likely temporary. So one of two things is going to happen. I mean, they're going to find a set of wheels, or these are going to go get powder coated, so they're more permanent and they look good. There's some road rash or curb rash on the right front that I'm going to try to grind out and do a repair on before they get powder coated. I guess that's really it for now for this car and this intro. A little bit more about me. I'm an engineer by trade, mechanical engineer by schooling. I'm a very hands-on, kind of do-it-yourself kind of person. I have a lot of projects in mind. So although most of the content on this channel is going to be car related, truck related, whatever it might be, I'm also probably gonna do some how-tos on around the house stuff. And again, if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, please, obviously you don't have to watch those videos. But I pretty much make all my own repairs on all my vehicles and my home. As far as repairs go right now, we don't have a ton. We just built this house in 2018, so everything's brand new. But I do have a lot of projects in mind and quite a long honey-do list that my wife would like me to take care of. So as I go through those projects, I'll try to bring you guys along, and if there's any questions, hopefully I can answer them. By no means an expert in any one of those departments, but I do know quite a bit. And if I don't know, I usually YouTube it and then do it myself. So I'll bring you guys along for that if you're interested. Like I said, I'll do an upload specifically for the kind of the whole fleet, we'll call it here. Like I said, I have this is 2007 CTS-V. I have a 2008 Sierra Denali, and then my wife's got a 2013 328i BMW. So I'll maybe do a little bit of content with that. It's a nice little car. Aside from that, I think I'm gonna do Cars and Coffee this weekend in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So there's actually a couple people in the development here, a couple that I already know and I'm friends with that have some nice cars, so they'll be on the channel. And then some people that I actually haven't met yet, and I eventually will. I know a friend of mine up here, he's got a really nice RS3, so you'll be seeing that here on the channel. I got another neighbor that's got a Scat Pack, so you'll be seeing that. They're actually all three of us will be going to Cars and Coffee this weekend. There's another neighbor up the street that I drove by the other day, and I'm pretty sure he's got a Nova in the garage, but I just caught a glimpse of it, so I'm not 100% sure. Looks pretty cool, and he also has a decent, nice Mustang GT. So eventually I'll probably get to know him too. Maybe he'll be on the channel. Other than that, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and it's nice to meet you all, and please like and subscribe, and have a good night.